All right, ladies and gentlemen, Fabs in the house. Welcome back to the channel. Would you look at this piece of glass I have right over here? Does it say something unusual? Yeah, this is a marvel of analog engineering. This is the Repro-Nikkor F1 85mm. Yeah, that's a 1.0. It's another 10, 85mm M1, which means it's a one magnification ratio to 1 to 1. And it's a special beauty. This is a beauty of a lens. Just glass and metal. This thing is, it's something between mystical and, like unicorn powder kind of infused glass. This is was released in 67 by Nippon Kogaku, and this was crafted just for a singular purpose. This was to perfect the 1-to-1 reproduction ratio at the absolute limits of sharpness and brightness. That was the goal. This thing has 12 elements in 8 groups. It is a supersonic macro reproduction, limited magnification, of course, between 0.9 and 1.1. It is optimized to 1-to-1, and it has exceptional correction across the full frame. This has been dubbed as the grand optical art. This lens broke records with its ultra-fast f1.0, where is it? Right over here, aperture. A speed that was never seen before in macro lenses compared to the already excellent micro-Nikkor. The Repro-Nikkor is several times brighter, and also it's gonna deliver a far superior resolving power. This thing has an optical performance that is ridiculous. This can deliver over, and hear me well, 200 lines per millimeter across the image area when it's stopped down to f5.6. Remember that everything happens with a 0 distortion. You know how much is the vignetting at 2.3 right over here? It's 0%. This is corrected between 400 nanometers and 650 nanometers in the visible spectrum, and has an angle of view at 14 degrees at 1.1 and 14.8 at 0.9. Image circle is 43 millimeters, 0.2, so covers the 35 millimeters frame, full frame perfectly. The downside is that it has a working distance of 224 millimeters, so that's not that much, but this kind of precision translates into unparalleled reproduction accuracy, make it ideal for high-resolution archival, scientific, industrial documentation. That's why this is an industrial lens. This is one of the most unique lenses from Nikon. One of the most remarkable features of this fella is the placement of its entrance and exit pupils far behind the lens. This design, causes the principal rays, those that pass through the center of each aperture, to travel nearly parallel to the optical axis. That was the remarkable thing. This makes this lens exceptionally suitable as a relay lens, where it can inherit and reproduce an image relayed from another front lens element, without introducing any distortion, any aberration. This is crazy. You can ensure sharp, distortion-free rendering even in complex optical systems. So, 200 lines per millimeter at f5.6 is the number you wanna remember, because this thing is crazy. This is more than a lens. This is a piece of optical history. It's a tool that has been designed to, achieve uncompromised clarity. Every photon is precious. Today, this is not a collector's item only, but it's something from a golden age that you have. The weight, I mean, guys, I don't even know if my scale can hold the weight of this fella. Let me check. I don't think this thing is going to be saying no thank you. Look at that, 631 grams. This thing is tiny. It's not that big. And, this, at first glance, it's just a macro lens, but underneath, there's some magic, some craft, some witchcraft that it's going to give you zero distortion, zero vignetting with 200 lines per millimeter. This is not just a sharp lens. This is a surgical lens. And it's up to f1, guys. This is not for speed, not for blur. This is to flood the lens with light. I don't know if you can see the aperture from there, but anyways, this is something absolutely not versatile. There's no focusing helicoid. This is absolutely not forgiving lens. And it was meant to be like that. It was meant for something that cannot be repeated, for something that you need to record that must not be distorted, something that digital can never replicate. And yeah, it's rare, it's expensive. Today it's a relic, but not of the past. This is a relic of a different standard when things were done the right way. And you're gonna wonder maybe how you connect that to the modern camera with this thing. So this thing has a 48, look at this, to 52 millimeter step-up ring, which, because this is a symmetrical design, you can just screw it in, from, let's say, over here. Yeah, we can do it over here. And after that, it has a BR2A, let's say BR2A ring, which is just this metal over here with F mount, which goes into the PK11A, okay, number 8, I believe this is 8 millimeters. And you're gonna be wondering, well, fab, but you can also attach that right into the adapter, right? Because of course, like, this is a little bit sticky, but anyways, I can do this. You see, this is the same mount, right? This could go right over here, but no. You absolutely need this exact length to achieve the aforementioned 1:1 reproduction ratio where this lens actually shines. So you gotta use this thing screwed into the back like so. So this is gonna become the lens. And if you want to use filters, I have added on top another 48 to 52 millimeter step up ring. So then I can use 52 standard front element filters if I want to, and just like a Nikon. I know it's ugly, it's a modern Nikon cap, but still, this is going to be the lens, mounted on the FTZ Mark II without a tripod socket, but still perfectly mountable onto a Z-mount camera. And ready to achieve some insanely sharp and detailed shots. This is the fastest and sharpest macro lens you could ever dream of. I know there's no focusing helicoid. I know you gotta use your feet to move around, and I know it's set to 1:1 magnification ratio, but I'm telling you guys, the images that are coming out from this thing are out of this planet for the aforementioned features. And I'm gonna share some images made with this lens in another video, but to that point in time, I recommend you to stay tuned, and I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. Thanks for watching, and stay tuned.